So include the information that her mother plans to disappear soon.
Okay.
So Coyote has some questions about this. So this girl, Allison, I guess she's supposedly working against her mother and brother, but she was just at that bar with. He's a little confused. What's going on here with that?
Are you trying to call her?
I'm not going to call her. I was. If we were still talking on the line, then no. But if not, he'll post a message to everyone, kind of say, so why is this girl working against her entire family that we know of? This girl, Allison.
Just to be clear, those were sent as documents. No, they appear to be collected documents. Not a lot of it. She didn't actually call or anything.
Okay. But Coyote will still tell that to the group, though, because he's a little, from his experience, fairly tight-knit. I mean, even though his family was crap, but so he's kind of curious what's going on with that.
Well, she said something to the effect of, if you live in LA, you should be against these guys. Maybe she doesn't want to be nuked. Or maybe this is some kind of bizarre double bluff.
Should know, whenever you met with her, did she come across as honest? Or could you not tell?
Yeah, she came across as pretty honest. A little bit crazy. Looked like she hadn't slept in a while. I don't know.
Time to move to a different city.
Yeah, maybe.
How do you guys feel about the Confederacy? I know some people.
No hints as to how the Mafia might be involved in this?
She didn't send you anything. But then it looked like what she sent you was focused on telling you about the toxic mages.
Alright, I'll message her back asking, how does the Mafia play into this?
She'll send a message back saying, I don't quite know. I know they're supplying arms and other such things.
Alright, how about this?
One thing, Truthsayer just sort of dawns on him, mostly because it just dawned on me to remind you with your memory test. They mentioned something about cuts and takes and money when they were passing that briefcase back and forth. Or, well, over to the, whatchamacallit, the cat dude.
I remember that, now that you mention it. I didn't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, and the other thing Coyote will recall Truthsayer, I think, mentioning is, and he'll send a message, also say, What was she doing with that flamethrower that one night?
She looked like she was going to interfere or do something as we drove past. She poked her head out, looked at the situation, then shrugged and withdrew. I assumed at the time, naturally, that she had hostile intentions, that she was working for one faction or another, but it was irrelevant because we successfully retrieved the girl. That being said, I'm still not sure what to make of it.
Yeah, I'm still wary that she might be pulling a double cross of some sort. I'm not sure what to make of this.
Twitch, did you get anything back from her whenever you sent her that message?
Yeah, she said that she doesn't know how the Mafia's involved other than that they're sending arms to this group.
So the Mafia is supplying and,
At least to some extent, yeah.
Dare I say, funding this group of individuals.
I think that if we tell the Johnson that this circle of toxic mages are the ones in charge and that the Mafia is sending them arms, that might be enough to get the next 10,000.
Might be. Suppose it might be worth asking, and I don't know her, if she like asking how she knows. Perhaps under the pretenses of perhaps helping us track down these individuals to avoid getting nuked?
It wouldn't quite be a lie.
Actually provide information on how she knows to the Johnson, combined with everything else that she sent you and what we know, and the recording that the Kenmushi had taken at the meeting, and compile that together with everything. That might work as successful completion of the run.
Twitch will send her another message asking, how did you get this information? Are there any leads we could follow?
You'll get a message back saying, my mom's not stupid, but she does have a soft spot. Hence, I've been able to stay a little bit closer than it would have been intelligent for me to be to allow me to have been. Plus, not being like my brother, there's no way to tell necessarily what my intentions are unless one of them decides to learn to read minds.
Twitch will send that message verbatim to the rest of the party.
Okay. Well, we'll try this then for size. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all of the information that we were just given. The pictures. We're gonna take, her recording of her meeting with you from your cyber eyes. And the information that she sent you in the comm link, we're going to compile that. We're going to take what was recorded with the Kenmushi and with Cyber Eyes whenever the transaction was had with the heavy briefcase, the mention of Winter Night, the multiple toxic mages, the heavy Mafia involvement, the fact that apparently this woman is actually protected by the Mafia itself. Pin it with a note that's saying the Mafia is obviously funding and supplying these toxic mages. We weren't asked to look for a why, and Winter Night or what remnants are even completely unaffiliated. These toxic mages are Reapers who look to destroy everything, and they are seeking and perhaps have located a nuclear device which could be said used to level Los Angeles, or whatever it was they felt like leveling at the time. And send all of that compilation to the Johnson.
I'd pay us for that, if we're right. And I think we are. Just want to be clear on that one.
Well, it'll probably be upwards an hour before you get a response. So, anything you want to do in that hour?
Yeah, Coyote, I'll try to finish repairing that drone.
Twitch is going to get tacos. A lot of tacos.
Trusair will sort of like watch over Coyote, since, you know, Coyote had driven the Everglades to the bolt hole anyway, and Trusair will help as he can with loading the Doberman up, sort of like, you know, look at Vice and look at the bolt hole and just sort of gesture his hands like, what the hell was I supposed to do? But at least your damn boat is safe. I didn't use it.
For his part, I mean, Coyote will take one look at the Doberman and sigh and say, yeah, well, looks like it put up a good fight.
As the recording will indicate, it did fall several, particularly the Dobermans, who otherwise would have found me. And then Trusair sort of like cringes. Things could have been worse.
Coyote will nod and he'll, you know, get the legs working on the thing, and so it can walk on, or maybe it's on rollers. I'll double check that. Whatever. He'll get the mobility working.
And Trusair called the Rottweilers Dobermans because he's out of his fucking mind on pain right now.
Yeah, Coyote doesn't care. He's just like, he's half listening, kind of judging the damage and nodding, and he's in his own world anyway, but he acknowledges that, yeah, probably a good thing. I mean, he's glad he left the drone, so.
Well, you can also get parts for that easily enough. Z carries plenty of replacements for you. The message you get back will be... The message you get back will first be, well, the problem I see first off is there's no proof aside from what this girl claims.
Is that sent to all of us or just to one person?
Whoever sent the message will get it. And I'm pretty sure that Trusair actually sent the message, compiled it, and sent it.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep. Trusair snorts, says out loud to Coyote and Vice, well, obviously, the first hurdle is that the Johnson doesn't think there's enough proof to warrant the situation.
After another few seconds, you'll get a second message saying, that said, it's compelling. I'll give you half of the payment. And he'll send 5,000 your way.
Trusair frowns, says, on the other hand, even though he doesn't think there's enough proof, he does say it's compelling, and he's sending half of the other 10,000 that we were promised. So we now have 15,000.
Well, that's a thing.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say that if he wants us to get involved with figuring out mafia motivations and corroborating this, we'd need a raise anyway.
I'll send a message. Trusair will send a message to Twitch saying, Johnson doesn't think there's enough proof. He's prorated the compelling information, sent the other half of the 10,000, so we have 15,000 minus our few expenses banked, along with the hover truck and the Jeep and all of the weapons you absconded with. Not quite sure whether he would consider this successful completion. He didn't sound like it.
That said, he also promised he was never going to talk about it again, so... And unless you think you've done enough to actually piss him off enough to badmouth you, he did say he wasn't going to mention anything at all, whether or not you succeeded or failed.
And going through the information, it's, Trusair certainly doesn't feel as if, he's willing to go pretty far for a contract, but he's not sure whether he can take on an entire group of toxic mages who may have a nuclear device.
And Mafia support.
And 5 surviving members. Like, they've got more toxic mages than we have Shadowrunners.
One of them that we dealt with was more powerful than the mage currently on the team.
True.
Resources, more supplies. They hate everyone and everything, so they are more motivated than we are.
I mean, our only motivation is, what, survival and money?
I mean, that's basically just survival either way.
But clearly, we're not going to get bad mouth. We won't even get good mouth for this. And courtesy of the fact, I mean, it's nice to, do a contract for contract's sake, but clearly the employer has had difficulty getting much of anything for information out. We didn't find clear residual, concrete proof like, here you go, the Mafia is responsible, here's a person you can interrogate, here's how they're being funded. We sort of did make them disperse, but I mean, I'm not gonna get bad mouth for it. We have some interesting things that could be posted on the news feeds anyway, just for lulz. I call it a day.
And from the way the Jaguar talked, I think we definitely did better than the previous teams sent to deal with this.
Because we came back with something.
Twitch will actually get one last message, not from the girl, though. And strangely, the message is normally, off into the corner of your vision, so it's there for you to notice, but definitely not in your way. This message basically auto-opens up the second you get it, and it's an ad. It's an ad for some kind of medium or some kind of mystic. Seems to be sort of paganish, sort of Wiccan, witchcraft. Not sure where to place it. And checking the address, it's listed as in the toxic zone. And then you'll get a second message from Allison saying, as thanks for trying to help.
Weird.
Is that like where they meet or something?
No, it just looked like an ad like you normally see, like as arrows downtown. Well, you don't really see much of them in LA, but just like mediums, like people that say they can contact the dead and things like that. The kind of people that prior to the awakening would have probably been mostly frauds. Now maybe but now are probably a mix of frauds and some people that actually can do stuff.
What does Twitch do about it?
Shrug?
Get paid?
Pretty much. Twitch isn't sure about all this magic bullshit.
So you're cashing out?
I mean, is there anything more to do at this point?
Last I heard, I think everyone has agreed that we not much left to do, if anything.
So yeah. Get cash and we're done here.
But she sent us an ad for a medium. Does she mean for us to use this medium to check up on her brother or something? I'm Coyote's confused. Why would she send us that?
I don't know, and if she's not willing to specify, I'm willing to ignore it.
Well, blink. Wait, what? Medium? Message? What? What happened?
Oh, Did you not just get that message?
Nope, only Twitch got it.
No.
Apparently Coyote is psychic.
Yeah, the chick who gave us the info, she, sent me an advertisement for a medium living in the fucking toxic zone.
Was there anything else that came along with that?
Thank you for trying to help.
Could you send me the advertisement?
Sure. Twitch will forward it to him.
You'll have the exact same thing. As soon as you get the message, the advertisement will auto-open and auto-display, and it's pagan-looking, witchcraft, medium, mystic, sort of generic advertisement for a magical person that does things for people. Looks into the past, the future, anywhere in the present.
Now this is interesting. Huh. Wow, that is really obnoxious. That's pretty great advertisement there. A program that auto-opens and displays so rudely. But, of course, it obviously doesn't mean a medium, because there's not going to be any generic cookie-cutter advertisement that's placed on such an amazing display and refers you to an address in the toxic zone. People don't go there, not even for great advertisements like this, especially not with a thank you message. It means something.
You can send her a message to ask about it too. All of you have her number. It only got sent to Twitch. You don't know why.
Alright, Twitch will send her a message saying, what's the medium about?
A friend of mine doesn't normally deal with people outside, but thought you might like to have know someone down there if you were doing anything.
She basically said it's just a contact if we want to do anything in Escondido. But in, more words.
There is also, I'm not sure where I want to put the token, but there is a token down there now.
Mediums? Oh, my ribs.
Coyote's going to eye you warily as you start cackling or whatever you're doing.
Was just as it was before the awakening and just as it is now. Spirits, but you can't contact the dead, let alone raise them.
The fucking wizard talking about things being impossible.
Coyote will look from Truthsayer at the splotch on the floor that used to be Bunny Man and the other dude and look back at if they're still there. I'm not sure if they're on the boat yet. But he'll nod.
While she does call herself a medium in the message, you'll notice that she mentions all sorts of things that she can do, or the message mentions all sorts of things she can do, which is sort of look into the past, present, future. It seems to be generic, really generic sort of a message about what you normally would consider people that maybe are even charlatans. Truthsayer probably would immediately jump to this message. Looks like a message made by a charlatan.
Truthsayer's derisive tone, like, if anything, if this actually is recommended as a friend, then this message is a medium, as a cover, and nothing more. As if any of us could look into the past or future. Contact the dead. Oh, my ribs. Oh.
Well, is there anything odd about the ad that Coyote can see, like maybe a pattern or a weird, maybe a hidden message or something like that? And it does have...
No. If you can figure out something to roll, I can't think of anything that you'd have to roll. I mean, except normal perception. Wouldn't even count as visual perception.
Yeah, the only thing remotely would be decryption software, and I don't think that's a pattern recognition type thing.
No, description would not help you at all here. It's not an encrypted message at all.
Right. It would probably just be perception and logic, or intuition, probably. I would probably go with that.
Yeah, it would be the normal perception roll. That said, Twitch now notices the message is gone. It auto-deleted itself.
Huh. That message is gonna auto-delete itself, so you might want to save the information.
What?
You might want to save the contact information because that message auto-deletes.
Truthsayer frowns, looks at Coyote puzzled. They can do that?
Coyote will nod, and he will make a copy. I'm assuming it was sent to everyone or just Truthsayer. It doesn't. Anyway, he'll make a copy if he can.
Follow up. Does Truthsayer do anything?
We'll open up 2072 PaintNet. Capture the address along with the listed benefits and paste them into a new file so that he will have it forever and ever if he ever needs to tell Twitch to go see a medium down there in the toxic zone.
As soon as you do that, it auto-deletes. It's just loaded with some kind of virus that does it.
Truthsayer blinks. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, you might want to run diagnostics on your comlink just to be safe.
Retrospect. I wish Twitch had sent a message to you. Now Trusair is frowning deeper than, the dust on his awesome clothes and, the obvious fact that his eyes are bloodshot. Still looks like a little bit of blood is going out of his nose.
Yeah, I think you need a nap. Cody will say with a smirk.
More than a nap. Well, suppose it was worth it.